What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cash coming to you live from the living room for the 61st time for the Make It Make Sense podcast. I got Red in the building with me.
What's up?
As well as C Gutta.
What's going on, y'all?
We got another action-packed episode to get to you guys. So we got a lot of topics and all that to get into, so we're going to jump into them quickly. But as usual, you know where you could get the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Good Pods, YouTube as well, wherever you get your podcasts. Making sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification. You watch something, just push all the buttons. It's like share, it's a bunch of shit. It'll help. Just press it. Promise you it's going to help us out. And the videos drop as well on the YouTube page a week after the podcast comes out, so make sure you check it out there as well. Before I get into the topics, I want to give a special shout out to New York City. Very special place. The place where you could get a ticket, and then on top of that ticket, you get another ticket. You could get a $200 speeding ticket, and then after you get that ticket, you get a $300 driver's assessment. So shout out to Hashitashi Byung-Young Kim, who cost me half a bin, bitch ass nigga.
Smoking on a Lee pack.
Yeah. New York City, boy, I tell you. Talk about scams. Anyway, so let's get into these topics. First thing I wanted to discuss. So Adam22 says that No Jumper's going broke, Red. He's saying that he has to cut down on staff. Basically, he did what a lot of people did, and he expanded too much during COVID, hired a bunch of people, No Jumper Studio, yada, yada, yada. So he's saying he got to cut back. You believe Adam?
I don't know. It's probably another one of his fits trying to get his clout or whatever. I just feel like he's corny and no one really gives a fuck. And it's not like he really had to cut down on staff. They all getting locked up.
I'm about to say the feds took care of that.
Yeah,
for
so,
him.
I mean, what staff did you really get rid of? They kind of just walked on out. So
even as you say that, I was going to say most of his staff either left him or got arrested.
Brick Mac, Brick Baby, who else?
China Mac.
I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of random rolling 60s that he could go sign in the neighborhood or something. But yeah, the point is whether he actually is going broke or not, from a business standpoint, I could see him possibly losing money if he overextended himself. That wave was not going to last. Like during the pandemic, there's a lot of things that was just fraudulent during that time. Is people had a lot of money and a lot of time. So social media, sneakers, luxury clothes, everything. People was buying shit, consuming shit. It was like consume. So that was the wrong time to base any kind of business model off of what was going on during the pandemic. Like there's a reason they was calling it that.
Let me ask you a question. What exactly, because I know we watch No Jumper from time to time, but what exactly is his podcast about?
He interviews a lot of up-and-coming artists, underground people. Obviously, we see gang culture, a lot of LA shit.
Basically, he's culture vulturing off of our culture.
Yeah, mostly in LA.
He's like a baby, what we say, DJ Vlad?
Yeah.
Baby Vlad?
When we had
Junior?
that conversation, I've been thought that about Adam22 and all of that, yeah. Say what you want about the content. Like, he was doing numbers, got to give him that, or so it seems. Like, he was doing numbers. Part of me wonders if it's another one of his grifts, because we know he's on that, because in his video when he
get caught up in one of those pump and dump things too?
Yeah, we discussed this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I just feel like he's just reaching at this point.
Yeah, is that
stay relevant.
A lot of YouTubers are going, who are monetized, have the subscription model now where you can subscribe and pay a subscription for a monthly fee and get bonus content from them and shit like that. So he was pushing people towards that now as another way of monetization.
That's how people say, oh, on their premium thing that they
their premium. That's like
the
another
name of it that they
whatever it's called. I seen it. It's like, to me, I don't know, discussing that real quick. It's weird. Even if I had a channel big enough, that's a big commit to ask someone to pay essentially what is like a Hulu or Netflix
the name of
subscription.
That platform.
What?
The name of the platform for the premium content.
On YouTube, they have that. Like, you can, they have YouTube, they have
Clubhouse.
What's the one that a lot of them use? Joe Button. Patreon.
That's
the one that a lot of them do. Like, when I was heavily into Joe Button podcast, I was like, man, I fuck with him, but $20 even for Joe Button, but $20 to get bonus content from Just Joe. I pay $20 for Spotify. You know how much content I'm getting on Spotify? Like, I'm getting literally millions of hours probably of content. So much content that I couldn't consume it all if I tried, compared to what I'm going to get for $20. As much as I fuck with Joe, I personally can't see justifying it unless you are a super fan. Like, like a...
Listen to them from the first podcast episode,
or they get able to get
use a fan,
guests.
use a fan. Like, you gotta be a real, like, or
you get an exclusive guests.
I don't know what everybody's Patreon does. I've never seen that about. I mean, I guess it's exclusive because if that guest is only on there, that's the only way you can see it. But come on, let's be honest in this room. In 2025, you really think that's the only way to get that content if you want to see it?
Well,
like if somebody does a one-off or a two-off or 10 times a year, they have an exclusive thing on their platform that you want to see. I remember when they had their whole breakup, we ran way off topic, but when the breakup happened, he put that shit behind a paywall, that episode.
Oh, with Ian's lawyer.
Joe Buttons put it behind a paywall, the episode when he was going off on Rory on Moore. Man, that shit was available to download in so many places. It was like, choose your download, where you want to get it from, even though it was behind a paywall. That shit don't really matter.
I mean, controversy sells. I mean, like, yo, speaking as like a content creator, you know, like sometimes you gotta strike when the iron is hot, and he just like, yo, I could make a couple of dollars if I just put it behind a paywall. But $20 for a Patreon, like I said, unless you get real exclusive guests or you get real value for it, like it's just like supporting the content, the creator director.
Yeah, me personally, we were saying Adam is just a spinoff of Vlad. So not to say I didn't want to see him win. I hated to see him win how he was winning, like getting people into trouble, situations, and all that other shit. It was all, I thought it was BS. So I am curious to see what kind of numbers he's going to do now and whatnot, if he's going to have as much clippable moments, if this is really true. Because like I said, I do kind of take it with a grain of salt because he's a scammer. He's already proved that. So like, I don't even know if he's really doing it because he's hurting, or it's just like, yo, I ain't making enough money off of this, so fuck it.
Well, I'm gonna close with this. If you really hurting for money, tough break. You can always pimp out your wife and let black men fuck on her for money on camera, and there you go. Since she made so much,
and to say like he said in the video, it's not like he's broke. He has other shit that he's doing. You know, like you said, pimping his wife is one of them. So he could focus more of his attention into that rather than paying the overhead of the No Jumper studio, whatever he's paying all the individual. I don't know what their contracts are, but whatever it is, whatever he's paying these individuals. And then he mentioned he's being sued by a No Jumper employee. So, you know, all of that factors into it as well. So, you know, it's probably a lot more other headaches that he's probably just like, man, you know what? Like, this other shit that I got going on is a lot easier. I'd rather do that.
Maybe his time is just up.
Know your place, monster man. Your time's up.
However, I would say, like I said, that's a vulture for you, because if you was really for the culture, as you say, you would be in it regardless, not ready to bounce as soon as like, well, you know, this ain't making me no more bread, so I'm gonna go do some porn now. There's more money in that. Like, nah, you was here just to make $1, which is what I suspected from the jump. Even though he was trying to make it seem like it was different, like he's giving people an opportunity and all this other bullshit. Like, nah, you was here to get this money. You was pimping the culture, like I always thought. And now that you know, you're not getting what you think you're gonna get out of it, you're ready to bounce.
You're not exposing the culture, so you're not really nobody's really coming to your podcast episodes. So at this point now, you might need to just pack it up.
Yeah, and again, I don't even think that it's not necessarily doing numbers. I just think it's not doing the numbers it was doing during the pandemic, which was not sustainable. During the pandemic, everybody was in the house. Everybody was looking for media to consume, whether it was podcasts, YouTube videos. So if you was a creator during that time, you was booming. That was the time. But
he was doing merch too.
Yeah, but even with it don't matter. He's doing merch now. It just is not gonna hit the same. It's impossible. People are back outside. There's way more options. People are not consuming media the same way they were during the pandemic. So if your business model was to hire people and pay people based off of those numbers, that's not gonna be sustainable in 2025, especially what's going on with the economy when we get into that later on in the episode. People is definitely not going to have time to be sitting on their couch watching No Jumper.
That's true.
Hey, yo, UPS is still hiring.
Maybe. So we'll end up see what happens, see what the content is on No Jumper moving forward now that he's letting a bunch of people go and all of that. See if the content stays the same or if it does any worse. We're going to find out. Next topic I wanted to discuss, I didn't see too much about it, but Kanye West, again, he made it.
Action videos. Yeah,
he made it into the show 2 weeks in a row. I'm about to say, with the kind of content we do, that's probably not a good thing. If anything, you probably don't want to be on content on this show. But anyway, he did an interview with DJ Academics in an all-black Ku Klux Klan outfit.
Leather.
Yeah, leather at that. C Gutta had to add that in. Looking very hot, and I don't mean in
a leather Ku
gay
Klux
way.
Klan
I mean, like in
he had that custom made,
sweaty, like yeah, it looks hot in that outfit way. So yeah, I don't know when to start. Like, apparently, Kanye West thinks a lot of people are pussies and faggots. Let's get that out the way. According to Ye, Jim Jones is a Cardi's a Travis Scott is a faggot. Who else am I missing? A couple of white men that I don't know who they are, but you can Google them because he said their names. They're PNFs. I'll just say that now, so I don't have to keep bleeding it. Who else? Yeah. So he had a lot of strays for a lot of different people.
Oh, Lucian Grange, don't forget him.
Of course, we know that's his bitter enemy till the end.
I feel the pressure under more scrutiny, and what I do, act more stupidly. That's Ye for you.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say. Kanye always just finds a way to outdo himself. He makes comments. He does just stupid ass stunts, and it's like I don't even know what to believe anymore because it's like the shit you say, the comments you make your comments about Jews, you take it back. Then you make it about Jay-Z and his kids, then you take it back, then you double down, and it's like always flip-floppy with Kanye. He's always going to find a way to just outdo himself.
You know what's the part that kind of upset me, I hate to say, is that so before we way before we discussed it, when I saw it without watching it, I was like, I'm planning on just getting the highlights of it, getting the clips. And when the little stuff I saw, I was like, oh, Kanye's on his bullshit again. But then when I actually watched it, I pretty much watched the majority of it. He was making sense. And that's the fucked up part. Because he's so insane. The shit that he be doing, wearing the freaking
but why he can't just make his statement without having to wear that?
Yeah, the Ku Klux Klan outfit, the going off on Jews and all that. It's like certain things he said make sense and I can hear it. But when you conducting yourself, I don't even want to say an insane person because I was listening to Royce album and he was like, it's fucked up to call people crazy because you don't know what they're going through and that's dismissive.
It's hurtful.
Yeah, so I don't even want to say that, but when you just sound like you bugging out, no one is going to take you seriously. So I understood what he was saying, how he was upset, how people were condemning what he was saying publicly without having a conversation with him. Because I get that. It's like, if you have a problem with something that I said, address it with me. Don't go out and address it to the world first. But I think the mistake that Kanye West made is assuming that Cardi and these people are his friends. That's something that your friend would do. These are people you working with. You assume because you put Travis on and you put these people on that they're your friends. Like, nah, they don't feel that way. You might feel like they owe you something, but they don't owe you shit, dog. That's one thing I learned. When you do something for people, they might not feel the same way about that favor that you feel. Nope. So while I agree, like a friend, somebody that really rocks with you, absolutely. Even though Kanye says shit you deem to be wild, if that's my friend, I'm going to have a conversation with them. I'm not going to go first thing, go on social media or go on Facebook like, yo, this person said the stupidest thing, or go on the podcast. I'm going to have a conversation with them. But that's my friend. These people that we don't know, fuck that. We just having a conversation. We're going to talk about it. And I feel like a lot of these people that work with Kanye work with him for that, to up their career, help themselves out.
They yes men.
Yeah,
or maybe they just
not even necessarily yes men, not the artist, because that, you know, I feel like that's the opposite, I guess, or whoever's telling them to speak out against him. I understand where he was coming from with that, and understand where he was coming from with certain people trying to put his daughter on social media and put her on music tracks and shit, like things that he might not necessarily want. Like, I feel you with all of that. But then when you talk about Virgil and academics ask you, you don't think it's a little disrespectful to say what you say about him being that he's dead? And you're like, nah, fuck that. I'm evil. I don't care. Like, I don't care about hurting people.
And there was
like,
silence.
Apparently, because people hurt people.
Yeah,
so.
and I said, it's like, dog. And then it's like, all right, even if you want to give him that pass, fuck it, even though that sounds stupid, but even if you want to say, hurt people. When academics ask him, all right, even if you got that energy for him, what about the people who love him? What about his love? You know, so like, what's your answer to that? And then when you still like, fuck that, and you're like doubling and tripling down, it's like, ain't that many people gonna have sympathy and remorse for you? And even if you want to say that's fake, cool, whatever. But me, if I feel that way about somebody, I'm not going to double and triple down. If I want to get public sentiment on my side, that's not the way to do it, even if it's fake. Like, you need that public sentiment if you want people to hear what you're trying to say.
But he's looking mentally unstable right now. I'm just saying.
That's
and that don't help his case for his kids. Because if he's really fighting to see his kids, that don't help him. Any judge in their right mind will probably take a look at Kanye and the stuff he's saying online and how he's presenting himself, and they'll be like, no, these kids do not need to be around you.
And I'm going to say, like, I get it. Like, I know the Kardashians is powerful. They got money. But I'm going to need Kanye West to stop acting like he's Dante from 135th. He acting like he got no shot and he got no say in this. Like, my man, you a billionaire too. You keep saying you a billionaire and you keep talking about how powerful you are. So I find it hard to believe there's no shot of you seeing your kids and you have no say in all of this stuff. Maybe it's a possibility, but I'm going to say I don't believe it. Like, I'm calling cap. Like, you acting like you a nobody. You say one thing, but then say another thing. Like, either you that nigga or you not. And if you got money, I don't believe you can't fight. You can afford all the lawyers you want and everything that she can too. So as we know, it's hard for fathers, but I need you to stop acting like you poor, like the average broke nigga that's trying to fight for his kids.
Joe.
Yeah, you're not the average Joe.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Well, we don't believe
Speaking of, right after he did that interview, he was on his way to China because he claims that man is trying to kill him. No, Japan.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Kanye.
Yeah. Of all the fucking crazy things he said, that's one of the things that I think actually could be true. Maybe Hov is trying to have him killed or somebody. He says a lot of crazy things.
Hov didn't want to go to his first wedding, something like that.
Well, they
wasn't it
Kim
K
that he was getting married to?
Yeah, they did it because they don't fuck with her.
I guess he felt like kind of hurt. I'm guessing that's
common shit. I've heard plenty of people who don't attend
the tweets towards Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Maybe to Jay, it was just a business relationship, not a business and personal. So
I know plenty of people that would be like, I don't like the person who so and so is marrying, so I'm not going to the wedding, or it's a couple's event. And this couple is going, like, yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out because I don't want to be around them. That's normal. So I don't, he could be mad at that, but that's not, of the stuff he alleges Hov has done, that's not the worst one. To me, that one is pretty whatever in the list of things that he said. Do you have any thoughts on him calling Jim Jones a pussy ass faggot for trying to make money off of crypto and deal? He sounded confused by the Harlem lingo. He was like, he said a jib or something. I don't even know what word he used.
I think it's crazy that he said that, the motherfucker couldn't make a PDF file.
Oh, yeah. And he was genuinely offended that Jim Jones didn't know how to be a Drake.
He said he couldn't make a PDF file. That's the moment that he was like, all hope is lost.
You should see, he was genuinely offended. That was probably one of the most angriest times I seen him during the interview. So I was the most offended. This motherfucker didn't know how to make a PDF file. I was like, damn, yeah.
Okay, channel his inner Samuel Jackson.
Because it's like, I understand it because he's just like, yo, bro, I'm putting you on. I'm helping you make music. You can't have anybody in your team take 5 seconds, be like, yo, you think you could put this together for me?
I'm sure all the people in Harlem are sitting there learning how to use computers and all that.
Computers Putin.
I'm sure that's what they're doing.
I get the boosters booting. I get computers Putin.
If that's what he thinks is happening, I suggest you take a trip down to Harlem.
Nah, they probably don't even got no computers in here.
Yeah, you think?
I might not even have a bed.
Hey, sir, would you like some crack?
Pardon me, are you selling crack?
That's about the only thing you're gonna get
It's
in
in a
Harlem.
Walmart. I'm not feeling very thugnificent right now.
Yeah, word. So I guess
shit.
he's going to where you said Japan.
Yeah, to go film the second half of the interview with academics, I think.
All right. Well, I guess we'll end up seeing what happens in part 2. You have anything to add for this? Man?
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it.
Yeah. At
Get
this
some
point,
help.
I don't think that's going to happen. Yay is going to be yay. Like the shock value is not even there. Imagine I told you, Red, we got a special guest interview, and then they just walk out the hallway in an all-black Ku Klux Klan.
Nah, I'm
Episode over, right?
That
You gonna hear a
escalated
chair
quickly.
being thrown? You gonna hear several things being broken in the back, some scuffling.
IO TV remotes being thrown.
Yeah, that's a wild
Anybody think they
pull
walking through this door in a Ku Klux anything?
Yeah.
Nah.
But I guess shout to Act for getting that nasty interview. Somebody had to do it. So we'll end up seeing what happens, man.
Shouldn't give shit like this a platform.
Learn how to make PDF files.
Yeah, word.
Might
right?
be able to
Lesson
get you a
number 1.
Kanye feature.
I do hope Kanye does get his kids, but I hope he finds a better way to get this shit off, because some of the stuff he said makes sense. Like, I suggest you listen to the interview. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's basically just talking about exploitation and shit like that. It's not, it's nothing new. But again, he ain't lying. But when he says it, the way he says it, it makes people think he's just bugging out again.
How he's delivering the message is a little kooky.
Yeah. Unless you a Klan admirer, it's hard to see someone dressed like that and take what they got to say seriously. It's hard to separate the messenger from the message sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know what message he was trying to get off by wearing a leather Ku Klux Klan all black costume, but do you?
Yeah. Well, from one psychotic drug addict to one psycho and another possible drug addict, 50 Cent says Lil Meech is on drugs. He posted a picture of him tweaking and geeking in a wheelchair. And
Like Paul
basically,
Pierce?
yeah, but without the nodding. Well, with the nodding, I should say. So 50 said that Rick Ross and Floyd ain't shit for not helping Lil Meech because he got a drug problem. We don't really know if it's confirmed or not because no one else posted it. I ain't see it nowhere else, not TMZ, nowhere. Just
Are they sure it's drug related and maybe he just wasn't sick?
50. Who knows? That's the thing. 50 posted it, so he could have just.
You can't
he
take
coulda
anything
literally
that
just been
50 be
sleeping.
joking or incredible. Like, 50 is just king troller.
The funny thing is, you could just take a picture of someone sleeping, and you could probably make them look like a drug addict, a regular
Most
sleep.
definitely.
Like my cousin,
It's true.
high off dope. Mom's high off dope. Sister high off dope.
Dog.
Look at my
high
brother.
Off dog.
High off dope.
Dog.
Look,
high off
any
dope.
You niggas sleep with you had your fucking mouth open, one eye twitching,
You remember?
one arm up in the air.
Remember
Jordan
half-
symbol.
Remember Half Baked? Pothead. The dog had a pothead.
Yeah, it's like, so you're right. I mean, we don't know. So we got to either go off of what 50 posted or not. That's up to you. You can say how you feel on it, but
I'm gonna
that's
need a
what was
time
posted.
I don't know
Stamp.
if they saying Russell Hornsby, which is the dude who played the Pops on BMF, was saying that, then it must be true.
Are you talking about the story when 50 said about him doing the, what did they call it? Whippets?
Whippets, yeah.
That
there
he
you go.
said that he
the
was on it
whippets.
before. Yeah, so it's hard to tell from a photo. So I'm just going to go off of assuming what 50 said is true. It is foul, I think. Like, once again, 50 going too far. He don't give a fuck, and no one's going to give him any backlash for it or whatever, but I do think this is fucked up, personally.
I think it's nasty work for people to post shit like that, especially, I don't know if you've seen the other joint circulating in the news out there, social media news about young Ma, her ex, posted a video of her sick in the hospital, and she looked weak, like she looked bad. And I was just like, for people to post shit like that when others is at their weakest moments, you gotta be a real evil motherfucker. There's a special place in hell for you.
Yeah, like I said, the internet is obviously partly jokes, trolls, and all of that, and I get it. And 50 is the ultimate troll. Like, in a troll battle, he's the final boss. But this, if it's true, is serious. And you can't say Floyd and Rick Ross ain't doing shit for him when you mentioned he might have had a drug problem a long time ago and wasn't trying to do nothing for him. So you can't talk shit about them when you essentially didn't try to do nothing for him either.
Yeah. Talking about, didn't he try to say how he got him into rehab?
I don't know.
But he definitely, when he posted Amy Winehouse song "Rehab" on the video, on the picture.
Is that your basis for saying didn't he get him into rehab, or you saying you seen that somewhere?
I thought he said that.
No, that was definitely a troll.
Okay.
Yeah, he saying he needs to go to rehab.
My
Now he
bad.
got him into it. Yeah, no. Yeah,
Then I must have
definitely
got
not.
that confused.
Yeah, that's not what he meant.
I just think it's fucked up what he did.
Yeah. 50 been doing this, so it's nothing new. And like, he's one of the few people that can actually get away with this. Like, at this point, I think 50 could like troll a baby and people would just be like, that's just 50. Like, what you gonna do?
50.
That's just 50 being fifth, I guess. So I do feel bad for him, but at this point, I guess it's pretty much a wrap for
Body's off limits to him.
yeah, for the BMF show. If there was any hopes of us seeing the end of it,
Man.
but like I said, the story's out there. You could Google it. We know how
they
it
can't just
ends.
kill him off.
Huh?
They
No,
can't
he's
just kill
just
him
probably
off.
not gonna do it.
Yeah,
He got Kanan. I don't know if he's gonna make another Power.
he got other shit. Yeah, he could make Power season 9.
No,
You don't
right?
think you don't think
Fast
50
and
just gonna make a
Furious?
spinoff? You don't think he gonna make a spinoff of BMF?
I mean, if he wanted to, he probably could. Who knows? Anything is possible.
Gonna show a story that Kanan had a secret love child somewhere, and they
Again,
grow
like
up.
I said, the difference between BMF and these other shows, that they're fictional. This shit is based on a true story. We know how it ends. The rest is just whatever filler shit Hollywood wants to give us. Use your imagination. You can fucking use that, make that filler shit up for yourself and read how it ends. They've literally, there's a whole bunch of documentaries out there on BMF and Terry and Meech's story.
Yeah.
And their relationship. I literally just saw a video about Meech's relationship with Jeezy. That shit is all over the place. You could watch it there without all the extra Hollywood bullshit
Yeah.
that they put like in the shows and stuff like that. So at this point, for me, that shit don't even matter.
I mean,
Whether or
he
not that show continues.
He produces so he can make movies and stuff like that, or sign artists or whatever he does.
Who?
50. Even if he don't do BMF, he's probably gonna do.
50
some
got
other
plenty
shit.
of other shows. That doesn't matter. If it mattered, he'd keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like the same way with Game. Like if it mattered, he's making money off of it, he would just let me keep doing it and be like, I'm making the money off of it, so whatever. But he doesn't give a shit, obviously. He don't give a shit about the show or Meech. Again, obviously. Because if he did, which he already proved when he basically outed their text messages and stuff like that he didn't care about him like that. Unless that's how he does people he cares about. Maybe, I don't know.
I think once you get on his shit list, oh yeah, you basically, he gonna have beef with you forever. Any little hiccup you have throughout life, any hard times, he's gonna be there and he will be making jokes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I could understand how that man mind think. Like he do what he do. Just saying this one is a little foul because if he's on drugs, like we was watching a video on it, he's an actor. Like that shit could fuck up your money. Don't nobody want to work with no
Drug addict,
dust head.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or whip its head. So, you know what I mean? Like that could fuck.
Whip it.
Yeah, that could mess that up. And with speaking of, outside of I seen him and his pops post with Floyd and Ross, but I haven't seen nothing come of it. Have you?
No. Everything's on the hush now.
No,
Yeah.
I think that Rick Ross seen the play for what it was, just to try to humble 50, but not
It's
knowing
looking-
that it was going.
But didn't Lil
Mess
Meech
up
say
Meech.
fuck Ross?
I don't even think. Yeah, it was. Huh?
Didn't Lil Meech
He
say
said that.
fuck Ross?
He said that before all this stuff happened. You got anything you want to add on the subject? All right. Well, we'll end up seeing what happens if, big if, like Fifth said, Lil Meech is on anything. Hopefully, he get help and can get back on his acting shit. But if this is just 50 being a troll and that's all it is, then I don't know. He ain't gonna stop. So I guess that situation is just gonna be what it's gonna be. But we're gonna have to wait and see what ends up happening. But I hope Ross and Floyd ain't just use him, because it seems like it's looking like they just tricked them out of a bag.
I don't see why Ross would fuck with Lil Meech anyway after all
He
of that
said
shit
that,
that
right?
he said. Like, fuck me. Oh, it's fuck me. I'm going to show you fuck me then.
It kind of seems like it was all just to he tricked them out of a bag,
Yeah.
just to get at Fifth. Like it was a
It
vindictive
was like
thing.
a power move that didn't really work out.
Yeah, but I guess we'll see if they doing moves behind the scene, because we had the car show fail. I know they had that. They could be doing something behind the scenes. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
They can always join DJ Envy and try to scam and sell houses or whatever they was doing.
Envy.
Well, Floyd and Ross got money. It's the Meeches who's the ones who need the bread. Yeah, obviously. So we'll see. I guess we got to give it time. Maybe they're working on some shit that just needs time. So the last thing before we move on, I was gonna say something. It's all right. Our show mascot is making noise because people are in the hallway
fighting.
Yeah. The last time I did a video, it went from her making noise to silence after I threatened her. So I'm not gonna do that again.
Don't like
I don't
that
want
shit.
Peter coming after me.
Make a lot of noise. Make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Make a lot of noise. Make a lot of noise.
She don't like doing slamming.
You good over there? All right.
My next door neighbor's in an abusive relationship, so she doesn't like that either. Like there'd be lots of noise. A lot of cops coming and going. A lot of slapping noises. Cashier's domestic violence and minds business.
You think it's easy working all day?
No.
You think I like it?
I don't think it's easy, but yes, I do think you like it.
No, I like being away from you because I can't stand looking at you. Yeah. Yeah, you think I want to do that? You think I want to hurt you?
Not in front of
I don't want to hurt you.
I'm sure there's two sides to this.
Maybe she did something to
Next
her.
topic.
We don't know.
Somebody in the comments is gonna be like, "Yo, I think you should help them."
Nah.
I think you should mind your damn
Whoever says that in that
motherfucking
comment
business,
section
bitch.
is not from New York City.
Yeah, that part.
Because anyone from New York City
Only
would
New
agree with
Yorkers
Cash.
know about that, right?
Yeah. Oh, so last section in the music section of the podcast, most questionable lyrics in hip hop history. I listen to a lot of music.
yeah,
You guys
let me
know
get
this is a
mine ready.
music/entertainment podcast. And sometimes I hear certain lyrics and I just be like, hey, yo. And then over time, it happened more and more. So I was like, you know what? Somebody needs to document this. Just like Dave Chappelle had a bunch of great moments in history, I was like, someone needs to document the weirdest lyrics in hip-hop history. I put it as questionable. So every other week, every episode, whatever, we're going to give you guys the artist, song title, and questionable lyric, sometimes with an explanation if it's not self-explanatory what was said. So I'm going to get it out the way because I know what everyone is thinking. We're just going to call it the Biggie, You Look So Good, I'd Suck Your Daddy lyrics in hip-hop history, because that's probably the number one thing that comes to everyone's mind when they think of questionable lyrics. So I'm going to kick it off. The first one I had for this week, I had from none other than Biggie and What's Beef. Don't y'all know my nigga Gutta kidnap kids, them in they ass, throw them over the bridge.
Don't they know my nigga gotta fucking kidnap kids? Fuck them in they ass, throw them over the bridge. That's how it is.
Now Biggie.
Oh my God. That's the one you going with this week?
This week I'm going to go with that one. I figured basically the segment is named after him, so I wanted to start it with a Biggie lyric.
I thought you just gave two.
No. The first one was the literal name of the segment of it's the Notorious B.I.G. You Look So Good, I Suck Your Daddy.
Hey,
Questionable lyrics in hip-hop history. Yeah, I know it's long, but I know that's the first pause. That's the first one people was going to bring up. So that's why it's called after that. Now, this was my actual submission, which one makes me think I might have to go back and listen to a lot more of Biggie songs because the fact that I got two just from randomly listening to him makes me think something. And number two, if y'all seeking an explanation, I'm presuming by the lyrics, it sounds like Biggie has a friend who apparently likes to do things with kids and will do something and throw them over a bridge. So that's why I find that lyric questionable.
Hide your kids.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, and have love because they raping everybody out here.
Not bring your kids.
That's my submission this week.
Oh my gosh. I have wrote down a couple, but I guess I'll just give one. And it's Cameron's freestyle for Stretch Armstrong. It's about 7 minutes and 14 seconds into the song. Do I really got to repeat what he
Coming
said?
with timestamps. I mean, you could sanitize it if you want,
See,
if you don't want to say it lyric for lyric.
Take it away. I don't have it written down, but you know what he said.
Right. Someone didn't understand the assignment. You can't just say the name of the song with no lyrics. No one is gonna know what random Cameron freestyle from whenever, and then you don't even have the lyrics.
All right. I'll go to a different one then.
Okay.
We come back to that. C Gutta, you can
right.
look up the lyrics while I get.
So go ahead. Just continue.
At Eminem's, the bad, the sad, the hated. You know I'm rolling with a swollen ball in my bag. You need a fag to come and tear a new hole in my ass.
You know I'm rolling with a swollen bowling ball in my bag. You need a fag to come and tear a new hole in my ass.
Cinema.
Pause.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Did I redeem myself?
For what?
the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. I think, well, I don't remember what you said about the Cameron, but that one was worse.
Cameron, yeah. I don't know if C Gutta got it yet, but we'll get back to y'all about that.
See? Wow, that one was bad. I feel like he's saying you need to bring to do that, which gives him some culpable deniability. Now, had you said the remix that someone said that shall remain nameless that said, I'm a so you need to come and tear a new hole in my ass.
That's the one.
Now, that's the version you're thinking of.
That's the one
but that's
Daniel's son.
Yeah.
That's the one Daniel's son.
That's the remix.
Now, usually I don't do this.
Oh,
but,
yeah. That was
the
you know how we got people around us. You might have that one friend who it's like they know the lyrics up to a certain point, and then you be like Jamie, you be like, he didn't say that. Jordan never did know those moves, and he never wore them shoes.
But people usually will just do they'll be rapping and they'll yeah. They don't usually fuck up the lyrics to actively make themselves sound like a mole.
Oh my God.
That doesn't usually happen.
That one is pretty bad.
But it happens. Whatever. C Gutta?
I can't listen to that song again ever the same.
But anyway, that's our submissions for this week. Those are all good ones. So you guys let us know what you think of our submissions, and if you have any questionable lyrics in hip hop that we might have missed, because I'm pretty sure there's mad artists we don't listen to that you guys might. So make sure you submit them to us. Email dollarsmims@gmail.com or on social media at dollarsmims. And next episode, every episode we're gonna have some more, and we're gonna make sure that when we do the other ones too, that Red actually has the lyrics.
I knew he was gonna take a shot at me.
No, it's not a shot this time.
Yes,
this time you didn't forget.
Yes, it is. You've been taking shots at me all episode.
This one is not a shot.
Yes.
Not this time.
I don't want to be honest. I didn't want to say the lyrics.
Yeah. So that's different. I'm saying we'll make sure you find some lyrics that you're comfortable saying.
My biggest fear is somebody
bad man no do that.
Go be like, yeah, you remember what you said?
You got to remember, as long as it ain't live, I can always bleed it. Once you saying it and a bunch of bleeps after is better than just not saying it. That actually makes it sound spicy when you say something and there's mad bleeps after it. Even if you said something basic. It's like doing shit in slow motion. So I wanted to discuss, because we all watch Pop the Balloon. I seen it's coming back to Netflix. No, I don't have an account. I'm using my sister's because I will not pay for Netflix.
But I seen damn the feds now.
It's not illegal to use other people's accounts. I didn't brick baby myself. So Pop the Balloon is coming to Netflix. It looked at like old girl from what's your Issa Rae show again? Is doing
Yvonne.
Yvonne Orgy.
Yeah, I
she's
think
gonna
she's
be doing it
because I saw she was catching backlash.
I like
but she's
Yvonne
actually
Orgy.
getting backlash, but I don't know for what.
She was getting backlash because the original creator, they wanted her to be the host. But what people don't, but what they don't know is that she's gonna be in the background of it, still getting paid for it. I understand that she's not gonna be in the forefront, but if she's still getting a cut, would you?
Nah, people are just complaining to complain.
Yeah.
That's not even why I was bringing it up. I was more so bringing it up because that is, if you watch Pop the Balloon, you know that shit is hot garbage. Yeah, so I just wanted to know how you feel about Netflix platforming that hot garbage and going from YouTube to the mainstream.
I just think it's trash. I really don't care. I did watch a couple of them. I actually used to watch before Pop the Balloon. It was like 20 versus 1.
Yeah. Before
that one, I thought was a little better because I saw like famous people doing it. Although some of them were funny, but the Pop the Balloon one is kind of just. I'm not feeling it.
They turned that one crazy too, like
that
the 20 versus 1.
Brian the Plumber one was a Pop the Balloon one too.
Yeah, like the Pop the Balloon went viral. it started off decent enough, you know, but like anything, the internet makes things go extreme. It went for people like trying to one up one another, like as soon as somebody walk out, everyone pop their balloon. Yeah, pop, like you said. Or somebody come out and they say why they might not like you, or someone got to one up it. It'd be like, oh, you know, I wasn't feeling how they dress. It'd be like, you fucking look like you stank anyway. Like,
look at them feet.
Like, dog, we can't
your dress look like it's like $5.
Yeah, human beings you got to attack, like, dig, because you don't want to be embarrassed because that's the internet. The very nature of the internet.
Some of them clapbacks is funny, though.
Of course, it's hilarious, but that's not the point. If the point of dating was who could roast each other the hardest, like the whole dating scene would be a lot different. That's not the point.
A lot of hurt feelings.
Yeah, if you actually trying to meet somebody, the point is not to try to make sure you insult them harder than they can insult you. But the point of being on the internet is to insult somebody before they can insult you. So
I keep on thinking about that one pop the balloon where the dude walked in and then Shorty say, yo, it's the glass of me. He's like, but I can't see. What the fuck?
It doesn't matter. It's like, sometimes this shit you can't help. I don't know. It's the very nature of the show. So like, while it might be entertaining, I'll give it that. I don't think it's gonna be. Remember how like last episode I said I was feeling like it was the early 2000s with Blind Date? I don't think it's like that, because those shows to me were more natural. Like people just being pieces of shit or
regular
hot
habitat.
messes, like fucking just being
or
drunk hot messes or whatever they were.
That shit in.
Like this shit, like no, like that's the thing. I don't necessarily think it was. I thought it was more natural. Like I thought these were regular people. Like you would see them act, talk. This shit, I feel like more so is people be trying to one up each other. Dating scene is already trash. Not saying it's good, but it makes it look way worse than it really is. Real people who are trying to date don't move like that. Like if you're trying to deal with somebody, you don't think like, well, if this person turns me down, what's the worst insult I could think of to come back with? Like, you know, it's like literally approaching the situation where everyone I talk to, like, yo, every female I approach, I'm going to just think of like, yo, let me look her up and down and let me think what's the worst thing I could say about her just in case this bitch turned me down. Like, the fucking
they don't take rejection well.
Squinty eyes. Like,
squinty eyes. What?
Like, why gotta be like that?
I just think that's in people's nature to be mean. Like
humanity,
people
right?
mean-spirited and just, it's disgusting.
Do you plan on watching?
No, not at all. As much as I love you, Von Orgy, you said she's not really going to be in.
No, she is. It's the person who created the
show. I'm still not going to watch it, no. Because I just felt like I already watched those, and my time was like last year when I was into
those type of shows.
Yeah, with those type of shows. I moved on to something else.
I think the original creator, I think she's still going to be doing it on YouTube, though.
I didn't see so many people host that.
Yeah, well, listen, I don't plan on watching it, but for content, we do a podcast. So if something interesting happens, like someone gets stabbed and shot or something, like
stabbed and shot.
There you go. Then we'll discuss it.
Special.
But other than that, or like on 20 versus 1, when dude got head behind the.
Oh no, that was Boozy.
Boozy, yeah. If something absurd like that happens, we'll discuss it.
Crying, or fake crying,
because I don't think that's a show we're gonna be talking about too much. But we'll see what happens. I'm curious when I see we'll see what happens. I wonder if it's going to do numbers. I will report on that when Netflix drops it. I'm curious because it was popular on YouTube, but I wonder if the wave will be over, because there's no way. Netflix is way too big of a network for it to be as ratchet as it was on YouTube. That shit ain't gonna fly.
And it's
so they're gonna sanitize it.
Yeah, no,
even on YouTube, it's edited, but lightly edited. The way you could edit on YouTube and you can edit on Netflix, like
you can't have straight up. That would be demonetized.
Just think about our show and some of the shit we say that we put on YouTube, and if I tried to put that content on Netflix, I don't think
we be saying nothing crazier than what other people be saying out here. So. You might say some offensive words, some derogatory slang.
Not that it's crazy, but offensive. Like, it could be a joke, but if it's not comedy special, I don't know if you could get that offensive shit off. Maybe I'm wrong. Trump president now, so maybe
everybody got their own kind of what they deem as humor and stuff like that.
I could be wrong. You're right. Trump is president now. I could say faggot again, right? No?
I mean, he probably. He's trying to make people not be... Whatever, male and female. They're trying to just have male and female, so who knows?
I know. that's a perfect segue. When I mentioned Trump, his tariffs, his inauguration day, I guess him making America great again. He released a bunch of crypto scammers. Basically, Hawk Tuah, she's getting let off. And Trevor Milton, the Nikola founder, he's getting let off. If y'all don't know who he is, he made some Cybertrucks that
ugly
basically
ass trucks.
Yeah, it didn't work. Basically had a picture of a fucking engine drawn and put in that shit.
Like the man in the checkered suit on Family Guy.
Checker man in a Feckley suit.
It had one owner, James Bond.
Fun fact, that came out around the time I first got into investing, and I was like, oh shit, maybe this could be the new Tesla. Let me put. Luckily, I've watched enough American Greed to know don't put all your eggs in one basket. But I put some money into Nikola thinking it would be something. But I put the money in and it was gone.
And it's gone.
We can put that check in a money market mutual fund. Then we'll reinvest the earnings into foreign currency accounts with compounding interest and it's gone.
Yeah, so I learned. That was my first lesson in investing in stocks. Don't invest in sketchy ass companies.
Damn, I fucked up.
Man, up.
Carter is fucking up. Trump is
cash.
fucking up. Damn, I fucked up. He gonna be on the front of the National Enquirer like this.
Yeah, so I only lost $200, and it's funny
It's
because
200?
C Gutta just said good times. Trump is gonna have this whole country in good times. Yeah, at the rate that he's going on. So how y'all feel about these absurd tariffs? Just for an example, from my hood ninjas in the back. The Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out, and that's going to cost about $450. With Trump's tariffs, that same Switch will cost $600. So, example. Go ahead. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about it.
Trump, like, yelling, free my niggas till they all free. And guess what? He freeing all his niggas.
Uh-huh.
And all your niggas, too. So, I mean, it's nasty work. Shit is just becoming too expensive out here. Groceries, goods that we need for our cars, and household appliances and shit like that. It's becoming way too expensive for shit out here. We really about to hit like some type of depression or something. Like businesses, I mean not businesses, but like we're gonna suffer.
Yeah, regular people are gonna suffer.
Yeah, if you think you poor now, wait until tonight.
Wait until these tariffs go into effect.
Yeah.
Like this shit is wild, man. And what's funny is I remember having the conversation when I did the episode with my friend about. I said it's the season for scamming since Trump's in office. He said not scamming, loopholes.
Yep.
This sounds like some scamming time to me because he basically let out a bunch of fucking scammers. Like he let a bunch of scammers out of jail. He let Hawk Tuah spit on that thing off the hook for her crypto scam. So it's like, yo, fuck it. At this point, if you ain't
Adams case shit got dismissed.
Go do some white collar crimes.
Shit.
You good. And he is actively robbing people blind.
Open season out here.
I want to explain to you why there's no hope. Because I saved this shit too, right? So check this out. Breaking nearly this is a tweet. $10 trillion has vanished from the U.S. stock market since Donald Trump's inauguration, right? That sounds absurd to you, right?
10 trillion?
Yes. So when you hear that, nothing about that makes you think good, right?
No.
But people are such dick suckers with Donald Trump. The people who are like, man, it's a cult. It's a cult. Let me read to you all of the comments underneath that post. I'm not cherry picking. I'm not like going through. I'm just going to read them in order, okay? Of what people are saying to all that money being gone from the stock market. Mind you, the stock market is people's 401ks, retirements, a lot of people's bread. This person, Bastian Sinclair, doesn't affect 92% of Americans. Check the low unemployment rates and falling food prices. What falling food prices, you stupid motherfucker? Whatever.
Last time I checked, eggs are still high.
Next person, fiat manipulation draining the financial swap, canceling the controllers, the Fed, no gain without pain. Next person, only affects what? The top 8% of Americans? Like, you stupid motherfuckers. Like, here's the next one. A little perspective for everyone out there with their hair on fire. 1 year loss. This is not a big deal. Next person.
For who?
Your question, I don't know, Red.
Oh, you're
You can ask this person. The cool thing about fiat currency is we can print more. Oh, so that's how you think the economy works. All right. Like, this is why we're losing, y'all. All right.
We need to go back to.
You think? You think?
I don't think.
You know,
I don't think that's how it worked, but
it doesn't. You know how old school, when we was growing up, they had the old school PBS bill things with the guy who was like explaining what a bill is. The little document is like, what is a bill?
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long way to go.
Yes, we need one for
shout out to
tariffs.
Schoolhouse Rock.
For stupid motherfuckers like this. Someone please bring Schoolhouse Rocks back so people can explain, I am a tariff. That's what we need, okay? So people can understand. These stupid supporters. Red, it goes on. Love it. It had to be this way. Just as in weightlifting. No pain, no gain.
Insert sucking sound here.
Right? Insert slurp noise. When you hear this, we have no hope. He is actively robbing America. No mask.
Him and
no
his
gun,
rich friends.
No gun. And they're just cheering this shit on. Like, we tariffing fucking countries that only penguins reside in. Like, what is happening?
McDonald Island, that's what it's called.
Yo, I don't even know. Go ahead, Red. You could just take it away. I
still can't believe that this
Remember that
motherfucker
meme I
is
sent
catching
you,
the penguins.
Big
How the
Boy
fuck
from
penguins
Outkast?
I'll make that the thumbnail.
I really don't have nothing to say because we kind of already knew what the people who didn't vote for him. There was a reason why we didn't vote for him. Yes, me included. But why we didn't want this nigga in office in the first place? He's actively trying to fuck America up, talking about make America great again. Make America great again for who? Yeah. For you?
The top percentage, that's it. Actively, y'all, the price of...
If $10 trillion is missing, I don't think America is the richest country.
There are tariffs on everything, y'all. Fucking screws, household goods, household appliances. They're talking about washers is going to go up, dryers is going to go up.
Parts.
Everything, car parts, forget it. Through the roof. Again, I gave you guys the examples of the switches. And then...
agricultural.
Here's the thing, I will say it for the people who might consume us and not watch videos. Yes, there are ways to make tariffs work if you study it and do it in the right way. Not this shit. Not what they just did. Just throwing wild numbers out there and just putting them up there. It doesn't work like that. It's not going to work in the long run. It's possible, but very small percentage. More than likely, he is going to fucking tank the economy. And the only thing I could think of, which I saw a lot of people stating, I think, is that he basically wants to be the man like a king. He wants to put all these tariffs on and wants to have individual industries come to him one by one and ask him to help them out. Like, yo.
Beg?
Like, yeah, like.
It sound like begging.
Yeah, basically. Like, come to him and hat in hand and say, like, listen, I need you to help us out. But he don't give a fuck about us, man. Like I said.
To be some kind of communist or some type of crazy shit.
Yes,
if anybody knows shit about history
we don't live
and
in a democracy.
How shit was in Europe, oh my God. And you ever see how the cartoons depict how they got a big, fat, rich king with like jewelry, the king's
those political
crown,
cartoons, that's what Trump
he's sitting
is.
on a gold mine, mountain of gold and money, and then you got every single person with like a beggar's cup or something. Like that's how he's treating America and all the other surrounding countries.
A big, fat, stupid pussy grabber that doesn't know what he's talking about. Fucking running this country into the ground.
Control over everything, and he just wants everybody to beg. Like he has some kind of, I don't know, fucked up way of thinking where it's like he has to have control of everything. No, we need to figure out a way to get this nigga up out of here.
Yeah, we might have to get the fuck up out of America. Next episode might be live from the living room in Haiti.
Live from the Penguin Island.
Haiti or Trinidad. I hope they got strong Wi-Fi in them countries.
Pass that wire hanger.
Where's I'm coming home.
I'm coming to join you.
I just mean like Haiti,
the
so I can record
room.
there. Yeah, so we definitely might have to record this show from someplace other than America. But listen to the people out there, you guys.
We just made a joke about Wi-Fi. So.
Yeah. Make sure you shave your smeckles, man.
Schmeckles.
Yeah. Make sure you keep them smeckles tight because this shit is going to hell in a handbasket. I don't know what the fuck Trump is doing his Liberation Day and all that other shit.
It just sounds like some made up shit for him to steal more money for himself.
Yeah. Last topic on the hold on to your money because this is insanity shit. I wanted
hide your money out. There's broke people around with your broke ass.
Word. I try not to use Uber too much, Uber Eats, because I realize it's a scam. Because if you buy let's say for instance, I wanted to order some food for me and my daughter, so I ordered 2 burgers and 2 fries, and it came up to like $17. But then I tried to order it to Uber Eats, and it was $79. So I was like, I think I'm going to just pick it up. So that whole shit is a scam. But I had to order something the other day, and to my surprise and chagrin, you could split your Uber payments into 4 now at Klarna. And I thought that was one of the nastiest things that I've seen. Going into debt for a cheeseburger. So I just wanted to, before we get out of here, another example of why we all so poor.
I mean, shit. If you could pay him for surgery, and you could do that with school too. I seen tuition. They had, was it Klarna? I think it was Klarna you could use. You could pay for a new body, some clothes, pay for your tuition. You could pay for food. I mean, they just changing the game out here.
But guess what? You could say you got something out of that education. You could say it got me a job or it got me something.
Got you a new
You
ass.
could say you got something out that body. You could say it got you a new man or it got you a promotion or something. What the fuck are you gonna say you good being out of debt for a cheeseburger? Like, what did you get out of it?
I gladly play you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
I gladly pay you in 4. I gladly pay you in 4.
Take this $3 today.
Nah, imagine.
He said you got 13 payments.
Laugh. Imagine. I wonder if they let you split it into 12 equal payments. Imagine if you could do 12.
Nah, imagine.
You got 13 payments of 75 cents.
Imagine the feds run down on you, yo. You sitting there holding.
That's
and
nasty
then
word.
they be like, yo, what you in here for? Yo, I'm in here because I sold mad bricks. Yo, what you in here for? Yo, I owe McDonald's for 2 chicken nuggets. 2 orders of chicken nuggets.
Yeah, right. Nah, they don't care about that. I could tell you why.
No, they would just hurt your credit. It would just ding your credit. It's not going to jail you.
I owe Afterpay. And I will never, let me look into that camera. You could zoom in,
Fuck
cameraman.
you, affirm.
I will never pay you Afterpay. You hear me? Never. Okay? So, I don't give a fuck who's watching. I will never pay you guys.
Smoking on an Afterpay pack.
Facts. Snapple fact. So that is not true that the feds is coming if you don't pay. Like Red said, it just hurts your credit. But having your credit hurt over some shit like that is nasty work. At least my shit got hurt over some kicks that I didn't receive. If it was a fucking large fries, I'd be kind of pissed off.
Large fries.
Big Mac.
Big Mac and a large order of fries.
But all seriousness, like, yeah, that shit is fucking insane.
No, don't go into debt over some Burger King for Monday.
Like, this is the epitome. Like, this whole country is built on debt. It's like one big debt pyramid. A Jenga castle waiting to fucking collapse. Like, as soon as that bottom pillar come out,
and make the Acme noise when it...
They're going to be stabbing and shooting in the streets, y'all. I'm telling you, it's going to get nasty out here.
I think that's fucked up. Like, yo, New York, isn't it like illegal to do payday loans?
In a lot of states, I don't know in New York if it might be out here because I don't see them in New York anymore, but they're still legal in other states.
I just find it crazy, yo. Like, this year is really just a fucking scam. If anyway and anyhow they go fuck your pockets up.
It's like, I don't know what's worse. The fact that they're doing this and they're going to make a shit ton of money off of it, or the fact that there are probably people who are going to need this. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind that there are people who are going to need this. There are idiots who are going to get themselves in trouble using this, and then there are going to be people who need it. And that's just makes no fucking sense to me.
No.
Talk about debt traps. This is a debt trap. This is an absolute debt trap.
I mean, and with, like, them removing those people that help, like, the credit bureaus or something like that, something with the credit cards. Yes. Bureau. And you already know how they're trying to supposedly bring back all the overdraft fee, late fee type shit. Like, don't do it to yourself. Just don't do it.
Yeah, that's coming. Listen, the whole, if you want to when we was talking earlier, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you do want to invest, these paying for companies is a good investment because they booming and they're gonna be making money. Unlike Nikola, that would actually be some good stock because they're gonna make money. Unfortunately, the best way, if you charge interest on something, the best way to make money is off of poor people.
Yep.
And they know exactly who they're targeting with this. And that's who they're going to make money off of with their fees and expecting people to not have that money and miss payments. And then the next thing you know, you're paying $136 for a fucking Big Mac because you missing payments and you stretching shit out. And you don't even realize it.
Like, the only logical thing that I could think about how that could work is, like, say if you have a catering event, like, that would be pretty fly, like, to have that paid off. But still, I still don't see the use for it. It's just robbery.
Klarna and all of these paying for is just a new layaway. But instead of waiting to get your stuff after you pay it, you get it up front. And then they just charge you hella.
And guess what? When you have said item, you're a lot less likely to want to keep paying for it as opposed to when you need to finish paying to get your shit.
Yeah.
But these people know what they're doing. It's like they literally have people whose job they pay to figure out how to extract money from you. While you spend all day working, they spend all day figuring out how to take that money from you.
Before you get your check, it's already spent. That paying for it gonna make your account negative. So think about it before you do it.
Sorry to end the pod on such a sad note. Between Trump's inauguration day, and this stuff is not looking good for the American public. But
Americans are so stupid.
Yeah, you know, like I said, get you a passport. You can always leave this godforsaken country. And if you, unfortunately, under the boot of child support and you can't leave the country legally, holla at me. On that note, we're going to wrap up episode 61 of the Make It Make Sense podcast. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, drop comments, and all that other good shit. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can know whenever we drop episodes. Once again, it's your boy Cash.
Don't sweat my dad.
We're Red.
Follow me. Don't follow
and C
me.
Gutta.
Heavy on the don't
See you
follow.
guys soon. Make it make sense.